product ID as integer. We say policy description. So we call it product policy. Good. I think we're done with all tables. Now we have how many tables? 7. 8. Wow, that's much. That's many. So we have 8 products now. The product category, the suppliers table that is linked to product table, right? Product subcategory, product category table, Then product subcategory is connected to product category table, right? And product table is connected to product subcategory table, and product has its own children, which is product shipping, product policy, product description, right?
Warranty.
And warranty. So now let's key in some data and play with data. So now let's see. For we to get this data, we don't want to type more, so let's see whether we can get it in the view. What do we have here? Let's see. Do we have anything? It's going to take us 100 years to do that. So let's just key in the information by ourselves. So we'll take a supplier. Now we'll right click and click on edit. So we're going to supply some information here. We say contractor. In the contractors we have maybe Azure, Nigeria Limited, and the company address is Nigeria. Mobile number is 0069451390. So we have a first supplier, and we have second supplier. So split the codes. And it's here. So put to Nigeria, and the number is 0029. We have another company. Here, still the Soto tool, and number 0021. Okay, now we have 3 suppliers. We have 3 suppliers. Now these suppliers, as you can remember, we say we have a supplier ID, which is a primary key. And these numbers are auto generated, right? So now, since we have a supplier information, we can now go ahead and register our product. How? Now let's go to product category. Let's go to product category. Now in product category, we have a product category ID and we have a supplier ID. So who is our supplier number 1? Let's say the subcategory, right? So we say 1. When we say one in the supplier, we already know what it's a software. Now, what kind of product do they supply? Let's go to it. We have computer. Let's make it simple. Computers. Computer stuff. Let's just make it simple and just later on you follow this tutorial we did and you populate the data. So that will be our lecture of tomorrow. We do it exactly as I did. We create the tables, we now populate it with information. Right? When you populate that with information, it's going to be the lecture of tomorrow. What we just did now, we practicalize what we call data definition language, right? DML. We call it DML, data definition language. What data definition language is how you define your database. Now, defining database determines by creating the table, editing or altering the table content, creating views, stored procedures, triggers, function, and the rest of them. So this operation, we use data what? Definition language to create it. Data what? Definition language. So when we create the tables and other components, we now move toward data manipulation language, which is where you see you read information, you update, you delete. These are what? Data manipulation language. We use the language to manipulate data, to insert data, to update, to delete, right? So this is it. So let me take a simple example. We say computers. So maybe supplier number 2, which is speaking goods. They supply electronics. Or let's say they too supply computers. Right? Speaking codes too. Supply electronics. Right? Are we there?
All the time.
Yeah. When you do it, anytime. Remember, the suppliers ID of speaking code is 2. So when you want to say, speaking code has supplied this, is a supplier of this product, you have to specify the name, the ID. So you don't bother the name. When I link now, I will be able to get who is the supplier of this product. It will going to return speaking code as a text. So now, for we to say, okay, it's software Joe that is the supplier, we reference it by the ID, which is 1. When you want to reference speaking code, you reference it by the ID, which is 2, right? So you can have hundreds or thousands of suppliers. You record them and you reference them by their ID. So that's what we're doing. So now we are done with suppliers and we have product category. Now in this product category, let's populate product subcategory. Now, as it is in the website, subcategories of computer, we have laptops, we have desktop and monitors. So we're going to take 2. Now we're going to make a reference with the product category ID. Now what is the product category ID? Product category ID is 1, right? Which is supplied by
Software Geo.
Okay, so we're going to say product category ID is 1. And what is the name of the category? It's laptop. Are we good? Sub Ajo 2. 1. Always say let's take another product category. 2. Right? Let's say laptop 2. 2 again. Desktop. Desktop and monitors. But remember, are we not making a mistake?
Where?
Are we making a mistake?
In this table. Not a mistake.
Yes, we are making a mistake by entering data. In the supplier here, we can only have one category. For instance, computer. And that computer is going to be our supplier. Our supplier will be one single company. Hello? No, lecture. Are you with me? Right? So we'll say computers. Right? So we have one computer. Let's check something there. So we'll make these forms. Are we clear? Supplier. Why came on a supplying computer? That's going to be one single company.
Okay, only one company can
that is supplying computer.
Okay.
Okay, same computers. I don't know.
You can't use
Akwai way the dealer all kind of computers. They suke supplying. But when you are dealing with companies, I don't know whether you understand me. Now, za ka gane. Bari mu yi making din shi haka. Wannan na ce bari yi linkin wannan. Product category, product name, then product subcategory, then product name. When I wrote this query, what did you understand? How on earth there are some laptop category in phones? Did you understand the difference? Okay, sir. So that's how you supply it now. We're going to take, we have subcategory, let's take phones, let's take desktop or monitors, which is what? Subcategory 3, and replace something. Now, this subcategory, we take subcategory 3. This is 3. Product name. HP desktop. And the amount is 10,000. The selling price is 11,000. The date is today's date, which is 2022 starts, right? Dash. What a hope? 15. Number of stock, number in stock. Let's say we have 20. You have had that?
Yeah,
Eh? On that same product desktop, one of the ASA. Huh? One of the ASA desktop, which is 15,000 as we purchase. I'm going to sell it 17,000. Send it. And we have 15 of it. Same product, we have Dell desktop, which is 9,000. I will sell it 10,000. Sell it. And we have 4 in stock. So when I join, we don't know what is product category. Which category does this desktop belong? We don't know. But when you leave, you'll be able to. And I say, okay, now let's link. We have product category, we have product subcategory, and we have products. So you see the link? The link is there. So what we need what kind of product category is this? Which subcategory does it belong to? Huh? What is the product name? What is the amount? And how many is in stock? Right? So let's run. Are we clear? Do the one on when you cut the ratio at the end. The next step of monitor category is yeah? Which category? What is subcategory you come out of?
After 4?
Product category you have to do. You understand which one it belongs.
1.
One.
It's 1.
So what do we do now? We change it to 1. We change it to 1 and 1 I'll pay you. So now you wonder now this will give you a very good example of how the system operates. When you click on computer category, it's going to drop all the subcategories that are under computer. So what you are saying behind this is select all subcategories that carries the ID of what this main category, and it's going to drop all the subcategories. Am I communicating? Eh? You still don't understand. Let's go back to the website. When you click on computer and accessories, let's say computer and accessories in a category, so product category table is 1. When you click on this, it's going to return value 1. Now, these subcategories are linked to this. So all the list of subcategories that are linked to computer accessories will carry 1. So when I say I need any subcategory that has value ID 1, right? It's going to return all this. Am I clear now? Huh? Now, when I click on any of the subcategory, any of the product here, and I say I need any product that's under this laptop, Let's say this laptop is 1 in the subcategory table. It's going to drop all this. Remember, we skip one step. When we take this as a category, product category, and we take this as a subcategory, don't you know that this is subcategory? This is subcategory. Under laptops, you have mini laptops and you have notebooks, we have ultrabooks. This is subcategory. So that should be your assignment tomorrow. You create a subcategory, and before subcategory now, you now have product. You understand? So the link you make in the product table of subcategory, you now change it to point to subcategory. Then the subcategory ID will be linked to product ID. That will be your assignment. You make that table. When you make that table and use this as a case study, populate this. You populate all this information. Maybe you can take just one single category or two, right? You populate the category. You populate the whole categories, the subcategories, and then the subcategories. Then you key in some few products, some few products. When you are done with that, then we'll meet tomorrow. What time are we meeting tomorrow?
So, I have a question. So, the way you link it, please can you finish
The way I link.
You link the tables.
Explain it again.
Yeah.
Okay. This very assignment I gave you. The assignment I gave you, the previous one we've done.
The previous you have done.
Okay.
The way you link it, sir.
When I say product, when I say products here, right? Products is linked to suppliers. Yes. The beginning. Let me draw a diagram for you. I think it's better. You better understand this. Let's put that. Let's say supplier for a category, product subcategory, products, product has a warranty, shipping, as a policy, as a policy. All these I think we not link it, right? Supposed to be there. For the that will be linked to one another.
And then this one is the key one.
Those are not linked.
Wrong.
Just the main table name of some of product category, subcategory, products, warranty, shipping, policy, so everything has been linked now.
She applicated to show the direction. Product description, product shipping.
So let me explain more. Are we there? We say supplier, right? It's linked to a product category. By what? By the supplier ID. Am I clear? Now the supply product category is linked to product subcategory. By what? Product category ID. Alright? Now all this, now product subcategory is now connected to what? Product ID. Why? By what? Product subcategory ID. Now all these tables are linked to what? Product, because they are what? Details, information of the product table. Now what we skip? What we skip one single table. That's what I asked you to develop. Now this product subcategory, product subcategory should not have direct access to product table. So you should create another table called product subcategory. Now that subcategory will be linked to this table, and that subcategory is the table that is going to be linked to product table. So with this diagram, you'll be able to understand the connection and the link or the relationship between the tables.